And it's not because we have a great budget or huge buildings or mobilization. We outpunch our coverage all the time. But we believe that there's a big God and gives us space and place to serve. And so I have a video I want you to watch. And there's a few stories in here. I'll prep. One of the first guys that you'll hear talk, and he sort of sits back, big Hispanic guy. At 17, he was convicted to life in prison for murder. Gang member situation had gone bad, and he took a life. And so at 17, he heard the judge say life. He was able to fight and reduce it from murder to manslaughter, but still did 14 years, got out of prison. I met him 15 years ago, and God has done this incredible journey through his life. He's a business owner and now a father to his daughter, and just had another daughter 6 weeks ago. You'll hear from a guy named Mike that literally got caught up in his addiction, him and his wife, and they found themselves homeless, living in a tent for 3 years in Denver. He assaulted some officers, had some encounters, went to prison for 4 years, but then found the Dream Center, and God restored hope in his life. And now he's the director of our street team. Latasha, this precious black lady that you'll hear talking in here, years ago, we would go out on Christmas Day. We call it Presents in the Projects. And whatever we can get left over by Christmas Day, we just go give everything away, knocking on doors, and on Christmas morning trying to find families that just need a little bit of joy. And as we were walking through the projects, it was like 12 years ago, her young kids were standing outside the door. My wife had a little bag of Matchbox cars. And so she went up to these little kids and said, "Do you want to pick something out?" And they just started crying. And we're talking a 99-cent Matchbox car. And they were grabbing a couple of things. So I came over and got into their apartment to introduce myself to the kids. And long story short, found out that Latasha had 9 kids, single mom, had moved from Memphis to Denver to get away from gangs and drama, and found herself in a desperate situation to where on Christmas morning they had nothing, no decorations, no food. And she was upstairs. And so I just grabbed a piece of wrapping paper off of a present. And again, I wrote my name and said, "Hey, they call me Pastor B. Here's my number.